But we start tonight with a message to the president. Mr. President, you're in trouble. Your approval ratings are as low as 45% in some polls, and a majority of Americans are against your push for a health care bill. You promised to focus on jobs, yet unemployment keeps rising. Mr. President, you're not listening to the voices of Americans. And if I can't convince you, I hope that maybe you'll listen to Skinny Molly and their message for you.
Dear sir, I'm concerned about our nation. Take a look around, it ain't just me. I'm sure that your job ain't no vacation, but I've been out of work for 18 weeks. Yeah, I was born here, I was raised here, red blood American boy. You're messing with the way we live this country, ain't no toy. Stop, that's enough. Who's gonna pay for all this stuff? I'm scratching by so I can pay the rent. I think it's true you're out of touch, sir, with all due respect. It's you who works for us, Mr. President.
Well, President Obama is acting like a Toyota with an accelerator that's stuck. But the more vigorously the president campaigns to force Americans to swallow this horse pill-sized health care bill, the lower goes the support for this congressional castor oil. While he ignores what we really care about, namely the fact that millions of Americans can't find a job, there's an uprising in the ranks of the people of this country who hope that maybe for just this one issue, the members of Congress will actually act like they work for the people instead of working for Mrs. Pelosi. Your voice and your vote does matter, but it only matters if you speak up and do it now. I suggest that you call, email, write members of your Congress. Call them. Keep calling until they answer. And by the way, to make it easy for you, what we've done is provide a simple link. You can go to callcongressnow.com. Callcongressnow.com. You can reach your congressman.
And we count on you to be accountable. And in the face of danger, fierce and brave, I can dream, although it's highly doubtable. You'll try hard to balance good and safe. Yeah, I was born here, I was raised here, an all-American son. Got the right to cling to my religion and my gun. Better stop, that's enough. Who's gonna pay for all this stuff? I'm scratching by so I can pay the rent. I think it's true you're out of touch, sir, with all due respect. It's you who works for us, Mr. President. And the Senate and the House, this includes you too, every elected official. I think you've forgotten that you work for the people here. But don't think for 1 minute that we have.
Our thanks to Skinny Molly. Now, its members include former members of Leonard Skinner and Blackfoot. And if you love the song, Mr. President, as much as I do, you can download it by going to their website, SkinnyMollyRocks.com. And because Skinny Molly joins me in wanting to put musical instruments in the hands of students, they're going to contribute the royalties from this song to the Wanna Play Fund, which purchases instruments for students. Skinny Molly, what a wonderful group of folks. Love their song. Now, you may wonder, what are some reasons that you ought to be concerned about the health care bill? Let me give you 5 of them. Number 1, the process has been mostly conducted in a highly partisan and disgustingly secretive manner. And even now, to pass it, a budget maneuver called reconciliation is being threatened as the vehicle to drive this truckload of dynamite right into our living rooms. Number 2, the impact on the federal budget and deficit is enough to make your grandchildren want their inheritance now. But rarely discussed is the equally draconian drag on your state's budget. Translation, both your federal and state taxes are going to go up, way up, in order to cover this. Number 3, pro-life advocates like me and even pro-life Democrats like Congressman Bart Stupak smell a rat in the Senate language and believe that the bill will allow backdoor federal funding of the destruction of innocent human life. 4, taxes will be collected for 3 years before the benefits even start. Folks, that's like paying rent on an apartment for 3 years before you can even spend the night. And 5, the bill doesn't address the real need in the health care crisis, chronic disease. That's what accounts for almost 80% of all the health care cost in this country. This bill's approach is more like providing more seats on a lifeboat, but not trying to keep the ship from sinking. This bill isn't good medicine, and it's not a harmless sugar pill placebo. It's a painful and costly prescription of bad medicine that needs to be taken off the shelf now. Here's a simple question if you have any doubts. Is your own personal doctor pushing for this? And who do you trust most? Your doctor or Nancy Pelosi? You need to act now. Go to this special webpage that I've created. It'll make it easy for you to contact your congressman called callcongressnow.com. That's it, callcongressnow.com. Look, I support real health care reform, but we don't need to apply leeches to suck our blood in order to cure a headache. We don't need to amputate our feet because we stubbed our toe. And before we're bled to death by the leeches of Loontown, we better speak up and do it now. Well, that's my view, and I welcome yours. You can go to MikeHuckabee.com and hit the Fox News feedback section.